Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the Long Dark, or to be precise, Wintermute. And to be honest, this is the first time I've been able to stream Wintermute, at least, or the Long Dark, in the mornings since my last time. I did do Soul Frame yesterday, which may or may not become more of a regular thing. Anyway, the last time we were with Dr. Astrid Greenwood, she was finding people in the town of Perseverance Mills, and the last person she was hoping to find was the constable, which is where we're headed next. That's out of town, which means things like timberwolves, bears, and things that go "Arr!" in your face. Hi, Donnie. How you doing? Hello, Peanut, and Lola, and Earl. So, let's be about this. I hope I got the sound set up. Apparently I do. Yes, I do. I can hear myself. We are back in Cooper's Crossing, where everybody apparently, despite the lateness of the hour, is still huddled by the fire. And we are going to go get a good night's sleep. Hopefully, sort out what we need in the morning. I'm trying to remember where I put everything. Well, obviously not in here. Ah, yes, here's my bits and pieces. And that is full. So what we are going to do is eat, sleep, and get through the night, I hope. I do have water, don't I? Yes, I do. See if I can remember how to play the game. Apparently it's been 42 days since I last did Wintermute. Don't think it's been quite that long since I played the Long Dark. Yeah, and you can see what our current tasks are. This is the next thing. Find the constable along the river. Find a missing patient. Find a missing person. What it actually means is that we are heading up to here, off in this direction, which should lead me up to the radio tower, as I remember. How's the bakery, Danny? I got a very late end, or rather Astrid got a very late end to the night. You may or may not remember, I think the last thing I did was, oh, I got the well-fed benefit. Yay. Which means I'm only slightly overweight, which means I can probably keep a bunch of this stuff on me. I have an axe. I have all kinds of useful things. I may just keep most of this about my person. I have food for a day or two. Do I have a means of making... Yes, I do. Oh, I forgot there was a bed here. Well, I am going to... Oh no. Oh dear. I'm sorry to hear that. So I am going... Actually, do you know one thing I might do is... where is it? Don't really... The problem is I've got no idea what is likely to happen. Don't anybody tell me. I shall get extremely irritated. So we'll drop that. I don't know what... I genuinely don't know what I'm going to need, which is an issue. Do I have any? I do have disinfectants. I don't know that I really need those, but I will. I got some bandages, I got some stimulant, I got some painkillers. I don't have antibiotics, do I? I do not. That could be a problem. Well, let's be about this. Oh, it's not even too cold. It's nice. Right, where am I headed? I am headed up there, apparently. How is the training going? You will note, by the way, the assumption that I can and will be returning to Perseverance Mills at various times. Well, let's see what happens next. Oh, that sounds like a positive. Do you know what? One thing I had forgotten was just how nerve-wracking this game can be. Maybe I'll switch to playing Subnautica 2. If I see any old man's beard, I should grab it. I see we still have some screen tearing, which is really irritating because I'm running at 100 frames a second, and that's the refresh rate of the capture card and of my monitor. So I am going to try and temporarily fix that. I think somebody's dropping me a hint here with this stuff in the... Yes, I think somebody's dropping me a hint. Alright, let me just drop this down to 60. This game does not handle synchronization very well. have a pry bar. Slightly, I could have sworn I found a pry bar, but I guess I did not. And of course we got wolves. Oh, that's interesting. I don't have the means to make I am headed the right way. I don't know if I'm headed the right way. Oh, yes. I understand that. Okay, so 2 places to go. One is along the river, where I might find the constable, and the other one is up there. Oh, and I don't like the look of the weather already. Yeah, I've done the same thing.
Looks like this has been here a while.
Now I have an awkward choice to make. Well, technically, seeing as I'm looking for the constable along the river, it would make sense to head for the river, would it not?
Nobody needs this anymore.
Must have missed the pry bar in town. I'm assuming there's a pry bar in town. Little part of me keeps expecting these things to collapse. It's not that late in the day. Oh, I am getting flashbacks to the time I've done long distance runs with the cold in the same general mode as this is.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Alright, let us just pass time for an hour. Oh boy, it is not doing me any favors. Okay. So I am not discovering anything over this way. I have no idea where I'm going. So we crossed over here, we're over this way. Now I'm trying to anticipate what the game developers might have done. Well, that seems to have resolved the tearing issue, but hey, it's heading us towards the river. Which is arguably where we want to be.
What have brought them way out here? I've seen hypothermia do weird things to people, but this feels like something different.
Got a feeling we just found the constable, didn't we? No, we're definitely not getting anywhere that way. Is everybody proud of me? I didn't actually shoot it, I just used the flare gun. Oh, well. If I'm not much mistaken. Yeah, you can keep the deer. It keeps you off my back. Right, let's take a bit of shelter, have a look at the soggy note. Yes, I have 2 flare guns.
I just feel numb.
Which, given how fast these things expire, might well be useful. Right. Okay. Apparently I haven't read this. Okay, I think I have read that. And this is the soggy note. Research continues. Perez favorite fishing cabin on the lake. Jacob Lona. But new Perez. Old enemies, maybe. Bad blood. I think they'd be constable would be a little bit more au fait with such things. Yes, I did find the constable. Okay. Nice to know. Certain values are nice to know. So, found the constable. This does not look promising. Oh, I'm not where I thought I was. It's kind of nice to be back. I'm pretty certain I'm not going to be doing 5 a.m. live streams. I have seemed to have found a way to somewhat improve my sleep patterns. Ah, is that? It is. Wolf off to my right. Oh. So what was I saying? Yes, I seem to have found a way to at least start modifying my bizarre sleep patterns. And if everything continues as I wish to, that is a situation which is either going to improve or at least stay the same. So it is a lot better for me. So I think the 5 a.m. is out. Kind of hoping it doesn't want to cross the bridge. Oh, brother. Ha! That's problematic, because I can't jump, can I? Oh, I should have realized it was going to do something like that to me. Huh, okay. I'm going to have to go up and along, obviously, to whatever that is, which should be up there. Well, the issue, of course, with the water here is it will be essentially freezing, and so it would, yeah, you'd die in a hurry. Most likely. So, the thing is, in principle, if you're ready, you could probably fight off a wolf solo if it's just one wolf. While I wouldn't want to bet money on it, you've got to bear in mind the average person outweighs the average wolf by a significant margin. But what people are often not ready for is the ferocity of teeth and claws, well, teeth primarily, which is its own thing. I remember reading a long time ago that even against something like a leopard, a moderately prepared and active, and it did say man, actually has a chance against a leopard, because a leopard is a lot smaller, and humans do have options which leopards do not. Now, I wouldn't want to try it, and I can't imagine you'd get away with it unscathed. So if you're going to against a dog of similar size, I mean, I wouldn't want to try it. But yeah, if it's a single wolf, you might, and you're prepared, and you know, there's all kinds of qualifiers you can put on that. And at least it's not getting any colder. Yes, that is the trick. Yeah, to persuade the animal that it's not worth the effort. And that is the trick. But again, you know, this is why I think for black bears, they advise that you make yourself as big and as threatening and as noisy as possible. However, that doesn't work on grizzly bears. And it definitely doesn't work on polar bears. I'm trying to remember if that's the actual advice. Seem to want to head for this, which is not working, is it? Or that. Yeah, but I mean, if a black bear decided it was really going to have a solid go at you, I mean, you know, that's up to 400 pounds of aggravated teeth and claws. The smallest bear in the world, I think, is the sun bear, and the sun bear has a terrible reputation for hurting people. Looks like there should have been a way across down here. Oh, no, is that it? Ah. Or is that it? Nope. You don't show your teeth to them either, apparently, because that's considered a threat. Certainly something like animals like baboons, I think chimpanzees and gorillas, I think I'm correct. Ah. Yeah, it's not something you want to do. Ooh. Oh, hell's teeth. I thought I could do that. Oh well, at least I know not back to go back to the road. And if I try and slip down there, I fall into the water. Well, so what have we learned? We can't cross here, or at least it doesn't appear we can. The bridge is out. That's a dead end. You're kidding me. Alright, let's go back and try again with the bridge. I remember reading about I want to say it was a hunter, but anyway, it was somebody in Africa. You know, lions, tigers, bears, oh my. Well, apart from the tigers and the bears. Just walking through the bush, doing whatever it is when you walk through the bush, came across a lioness. It's a lioness or a male lion. And the lioness apparently took one look at him and panicked and ran off. One. Oh, you have reason to be scared of rabies. Rabies is 100% fatal. I really want... I really want that. Yeah, rabies is horrifying. Imagine what it was like for Neanderthals or Homo sapiens or, oh, heaven's sake, Homo erectus. I mean, Homo erectus was quite a bit smaller than a modern human. And they decided it's a good idea to go and explore the world. This is what this live stream is going to turn into, isn't it? Now, I should actually warn you, I do actually now have to make a WhatsApp call to my son, so I am going to temporarily put you on intermission while I do that. Right, sorry about that. There's various things. Okay, so we've already established we can't go that way. Welcome to Wintermute. How the hell do you cross the river? Oh, well, look, and they've blocked it off so you can't do things there. And yeah. Wonderful. How am I supposed to get across the river? And what's even worse is there a... Yeah, there's a car up that way, isn't there? I mean, they've made it look like you can cross here and you can't without falling in. They've made it look like you can cross there, but I don't see how. Good heavens. And I need to start thinking about a place to stay for the night. Now, fortunately, I can always stay in a car. Right. So this is obviously where we are. This appears blocked. This I've fallen in every time I've tried to get across. This ends in rocks. There's a burnt out house more or less over that way. And to be honest, oops, I can't remember what I was going to be honest about. Yeah. Really? Well, I'm all for trying something like that. Under normal circumstances, yeah. Since when has my game playing experience been vaguely normal? I well, no, I ran away from it. Well, growling. Yeah. Yeah. I get the feeling that the Redditors don't necessarily... Yeah, well, never mind. Okay, so while it's eating over there... Of course they were. Thing is, I might really need this stuff. Yeah, it's entirely possible. Okay, so it doesn't look like we can go upstream from there, but... Oh, for heaven's sake. I ought to make a torch. If I die again, or when I die again, I will do that. This looks like a sort of permanent barrier, unless there's a way up that I'm not seeing. I can't remember if there was an update recently. I haven't actually opened this particular Steam account in some considerable time. Yeah, that doesn't look like they've provided a way up here, does it? Yeah, that's definitely worth a try. Okay, so doesn't appear to be a clear... Now, I grant you when I say doesn't appear to be a clear way through. Yeah. This is... Yeah, nope. That's not going to do me any good. I'm not, by the way, obviously playing this like it's survival mode. This is obviously not survival mode. Ooh, this is going to hurt. Oh, didn't. And I'm not seeing any. Yeah, we've been through there. That is a no way through area. It's very tempting to stop for the deer, but that is really a yeah, wow. Trying to get up there just led me around the perimeter of the map. Okay, so this is where we found the constable. Ah. Well. That's something over there. Oh, you're just going to make my life a liquid, aren't you? Yeah, look. There's logs over there. What was I saying? Yeah, this isn't how I'd play it in survival mode, necessarily. Yeah. You get the feeling this is the way to kind of go, don't you? Except for the fact that it's not letting me. I mean, the way they've got it set up looks like I should just be able, yeah, there we go, to drop onto here. Drop onto there.
I'm getting a bad feeling with these missing people.
And we're across. So, I can head back to town. Yeah. I'm going to head back to town. Seems to be the thing to do, seeing as I have warmth and food and everything there. And the means of making more water. So, yeah. Seeing as we are so close to town, I think that makes sense. And then in the morning, I can't remember if I finished my comment about not playing this like it was survival mode. No, if this was survival mode, I would be playing this quite differently. I would have shot... Oh! That's interesting. I would have shot the wolves, for starters. Oh, how about this?
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Huh, okay. I don't need to head back to town. We have a bed. We have coal. We have everything we need for a little bit of a snooze. What time of day is it? Yeah, I see you watching me. The other thing I wouldn't do is use up my resources to the same extent that I am. But this isn't survival mode. This is story mode. So the other thing I can do is grab some torches. Yeah. No, because I can't remember if I completed my thought.
It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
But yeah, no. In survival mode, as everybody knows, I would have shot the wolves with the bow and arrow. I probably wouldn't have tried to cross. Actually, do you know what? There's a chance I would have tried to cross the river. Where you sort of drop, yeah, on the rocks and logs. I probably would have tried that, and that would have brought my run to an abrupt end. So, yeah. Bearskin bedroll. Never leave home without it. And it is. That's going to make the obvious. It is dark. And I don't have infrared mode, do I? Oh, great. 75 calories of peanut butter. And it is freezing cold. Okay, I'm actually still good in the sleeping bag. What else would I not have done in survival mode? I wouldn't be dashing around with quite the same apparent fearlessness and celerity that I am at present.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Right, where am I headed? I could go back to town, or I could head up that way. And try and... Oh, yeah. Because he would happen to be right along my route, wouldn't he? Go away, Mr. Wolf. Oh, there's another one right there. Maybe they'll fight each other the right to eat me. Wow. We are not in a fantastic place, are we? So, yeah, head up here and then head off around this direction. The other thing I wouldn't be doing is depending quite so much on the map to show me which way I'm going. Because you don't have that pointer on the regular map, do you? Now, I did, as I've mentioned before, a long time ago, once actually in Interloper, spend the entire night trying to find some place to stay. The entire way I was pursued by at least one wolf in this fashion. So in essence, if I can sort of just keep going... Oh, look. That's useful. In essence, if I can just sort of keep... Ah, there's a fishing hut. Ooh. I might be able to be okay, because he's keeping his distance, or she. They don't give you a look at the undercarriage, so you can't tell whether that's a male wolf or a female wolf, and because I am a man, and therefore automatically biased, I tend to think he, for which I do apologise. But I don't feel like saying it. Okay. You notice I'm just utterly ignoring all the animals around me.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
So in principle, I could do some fishing. Could actually do some fishing. This is a useful little spot. Apart from the wolves on the ice, of course. And the fact that I don't have a bow. Hello, you may be Momo. How many hours have I got? My total hours in the long dark are probably around about 750-ish, rounding up a bit. Oh, behind the water. Oh, thank you very much. Great. So yeah, 750 hours. Probably
This'll come in handy.
Probably more time than most people put into your average game, but to be honest with you, the long dark is not exactly your average game. And this is not survival. This is Wintermute, obviously. Oh, it's not necessarily obvious. This is Wintermute. So, different rules to survival. If I die... If I die, it's not such a... In fact, I have died at least 3 times. Is it 3 times today? Perseverance Wilds. Okay, so I am actually getting... Then I can't do this, for example, in survival mode.
If I can drop any of this gear.
So you end up... This part of the game you play quite differently. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing stuff that I would... the funny thing was, just before you joined, I was talking about how I am not playing this like I would survival mode. Far more willing to take chances.
I'll take it.
Not hunting. Running away from wolves instead of shooting them. Normally I would shoot the wolves with a bow and arrow. That's my more normal approach. So while the early parts of story mode actually acts as a halfway reasonable introduction to the game, later on you end up playing it somewhat differently.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Need to investigate over there. Let's see if we can make our way. Ah, now, did the gentleman not say something about going behind the water? Oh, that's useful to know. This would be a useful little place in survival mode. You've got fishing, you've got cover. Even the wolves are useful. Yeah. Not seeing anywhere behind the water there. Assuming that that is the intent. I'll just double check to make sure. No, you couldn't skimmy along there. You might be able. So, I'm not seeing anything which indicates that unless there's a way to get down to that ledge and go behind the waterfall. Okie doke. Who lets the dogs out? Oh, I know that's a terrible, terrible pun. I mean, you would think they'd give you such an obvious clue, such as go behind the water, and it would actually translate to something like go behind the water, which apparently is what I am doing.
I think I can use this. I can imagine getting lost and freezing to death in the night. But this seems different. What the hell happened here?
Oh. Find a missing person. Hey, Brickage! Welcome to the morning live stream. This is Wintermute. I am resuming the story. So far, I have only died 3 times by drowning. How's your day going? How are Phoebe and Pixel and Nerdist and any other fur babies I don't know about? You know, it just occurred to me. I was saying I wasn't playing this like I would survival mode, and then I remembered I've taken some really quite interesting chances in survival mode, haven't I? Is there a bow to go along with these arrows? I mean, who remembers the fast run to where was it? Oh, across the yeah, to the Forsaken airfield with really not recommended loadout because I was assuming and stopping at Junker's Paddock along the way. Well, we've got a bow. Now, despite what I just said, I am not actually going to use it much, but it's useful to have. Yeah, I have done some things in survival mode that I would not necessarily recommend everybody give it a try, but it did work. And compared with the way I used to play survival mode, what I did galloping across the Forsaken airfield is positively foolhardy. But I got away with it. Was that the only house over there? Was. I kind of have a suspicion I need to go and investigate the fishing hut. But to do that, I should be able to do that, shouldn't I? Let's eat something. Right. The good news is loads of matches. Better news is should be able the reason I'm checking this out apart from goodies is it's a useful place to find stuff. I wondered if there would be a person here.
is getting too heavy to carry.
Stop complaining, Astrid. This pack is keeping you alive. I was actually kind of wondering whether there would be a body here. Yeah. Yeah, normally that would be my cue to settle down and actually take a shot, but I'll be honest. I'll be honest. In survival mode, my skill with a bow is considerably greater than it's going to be here, I imagine. And I can shoot from crouched, which gives you a bit of an advantage. I don't think I can do that here.
Gotta warm up some. I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Right, I'm just actually going to save this. Seeing as we have... I am actually going to take a momentary break. Purposes of bladder management. Be back in a couple of minutes. Right, and I'm back. I have a potential problem. No, I don't. Oh, that's weird. I had to make a WhatsApp call, and my earbuds automatically connected to the iPad. And now they've automatically reconnected back to the streaming computer. I think. Yes, they have. So, what I need to do is... Yes, it is. Yes. Most unexpected. I'm pretty certain I told the iPad to ignore these earbuds, but I don't mind if it switches when I need it to. um, it's a useful little trick, it has to be said. Right, so we have found one missing person. We need to find them. Well, we found a missing patient. We need to find a missing person. So what we are probably going to do is... Let's examine this. Okay, so this is the clue that got me to find... Oh, wait a second. Oh. Oh, that seems like they drowned themselves. Maybe. Or find a cave. I think that is officially a clue. Alright, this is the one that led me behind the waterfall. Okay, I think... yeah, I have seen that before, so what am I doing? Let's go back to check. Yeah, I've done all of that. So I need to find... I have a suspicion I need to find a cave nearby. What time of day is it? It is still relatively early. Let's just get ourselves warmed up. Oh, I didn't mean to sleep. Never mind. Let us... Seeing as we have the sodas... Okay, do I want to drop stuff off? Let's see. The simple answer is I really don't, but I'm... don't want the broken arrow. I don't know if I'll have the means to repair that. I have never ended up using these. That's a little excessive. I'm going to assume... Oh. I don't need the cans. Let's move that over. Move those over. Now this is sort of survival mode thinking. I'm assuming you see that I'll be coming back.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
So, I can't remember where we found the piece of paper, but it was around here. He's looking for somewhere deep and dark, which would make one guess that here's a cave. He went into the cave, didn't he? So I have got to head out this way. So here's the question. Whoops. Is it worth going for the cave now? Oh yeah, no, it's the temptation. If you want to, hang on a second. Let me just get myself where it's warmer. Yeah, it's more secure. If you want an indication of leaving things behind, I've got a video in my. I'm just going to look it up now. Playlists. It's in the. Where is it?
I wonder if I can drop any of this.
The Long Dark Stalker playlist. And it is. I'm trying to find what it's called. Is it Record Stalker Run? Yes, I think I did. Oh yeah, there's a yeah, that's the Run to Desolation Point. Yeah, speed. If you have a look, it's called the Long Dark Speed Run to the Main Hangar. It's literally called Speed Run to Main Hangar in the Forsaken Airfield. That's an interesting exercise in carrying only what you absolutely need to have when you know what your plan is. And I do things in that which are not conducive to long-term survival, but under the circumstances was worth doing. So, yeah. I've done some. It taught me that, you know, if you know where you're going, you know what you're doing, you don't need to take everything with you. But if you are just heading out somewhere,
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
then yeah, the temptation to take everything. So I'm assuming, for example, I've made two assumptions so far. Assumption number one, that I can return to this spot. Yeah, so I'm assuming I can return to the spot. I'm also assuming that I can return to Perseverance Mills. Actually, there is stuff I could do. I don't have enough to make a torch. Drat. Okay. Remind me to pick up sticks. I should have spent more time picking up sticks. Okay, so sticks, and then we'll head to the cave. Because there's a halfway decent chance that the other person's in the cave. Of course, I'll tell you one thing. There's a decent chance that the person in the cave... Yeah, it's getting a bit late for a quick run to a cave, so I will focus on making a couple of torches.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
And I just lost track of what I was thinking, didn't I? should allow me to make a couple of torches. Yeah, so the assumptions I'm making. Yeah, one, that I can return here. Two, that I can return to Perseverance Mills, because I've got stashed stuff there. It would not be completely ill-advised of me, to be honest, to go and spend the night in the fishing hut, because in survival, I would, under these circumstances, probably go and spend it in the fishing hut, but doing survival mode things in this, you will learn, if you ever play story mode, doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense. I've spent quite a bit of time. I spent a few hours playing this like survival mode when turns out it didn't need to, and it ended up making no sense to, because when you transition from one area to the other, at least up to so far, so you finish off one section, go to the next chapter, so to speak, you don't take everything with you. Right now, for example, I have the carry bonus. In the past, I've gotten a 5 kilogram carry bonus, and then in the next part, I didn't have the carry bonus anymore. So they are all individual, separate chapters, completely separate. Well, I think it would be, if you played it like survival mode, it would become a lot easier, some aspects of it. And this is all about the story rather than about survival, although it will teach you a bit about survival. So it doesn't make much sense to, kill a deer, skin it, gut it, cure the gut, cure the skin, try and make it doesn't in the end make a lot of sense to do that. I mean, you certainly can, but then all your efforts will come to naught in the next chapter. Which is irritating. Okay, we are not doing that. I am not about to risk heading over there. I've got enough fluids for a couple of days. I've got enough food. I don't need to go fishing. Technically speaking, I could just drop off my hooks, but I won't because they're so light. Can I craft Old Man's Beard? Yes, I can. Just in case. Oh, look at that. Does it have torch? I've got lamp oil on me. I've got lamp oil on me, you stupid game. Oh, for heaven's sake, did I could have sworn I had half a litre. Oh, it refilled from the lamp oil, not from the jerry can. Drat. Well, now I have a reason to go fishing, because I do want to make torches. I could use up a flare, but I don't think I will. I have a solution of sorts, I think. Your
Come on,
revolver exploded. I've never had a revolver explode in a game. I've had one jam.
okay, that didn't work.
Oh. Yeah, I had one jam once because I couldn't clean it. If you don't clean your...
That didn't work.
Alright. And that resulted in a thorough mauling.
Come on, little fire. Perfect. I'm not sure I can carry much more.
One thing I can risk doing is being quite profligate with this kind of thing. Alright. Then the reason I'm doing this is to catch fish and get the lamp oil. So if I get too close to a wolf like this, I can trigger the attack mechanism, even though they are supposed to be afraid of fire. So what I want to do is sort of... There you go. Oh, grief. Oh. Drat. I don't have enough. Oh, I forgot to bring enough wood with me. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it's only 2. Oh, that's a good fish.
Not far behind.
I should actually be able to... And the reason I want the fish is for the oil. And, okay, I grant you this isn't the best solution in the world. Did I get... I did. Just want enough lamp. Oh, blast. don't have any tinder. Oh well. At least I've got food for a bit. I can hear the wolves all around me in my earbuds, this side and that side. Oh, have a good day. You may be Momo. Thanks for stopping by. I will be running Warframe this evening, most likely. Tends to be what I do. Did I eat all my fish? I did. I don't necessarily want to be carrying that around with me at all times.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. This pack is getting kind of heavy.
And I should have just enough. Yep, I've got just enough if I need to make a torch. I've got the means of doing so. And in the meantime... And yes, I did all that just so that I could get the necessary oil. Right, time for a quick sprint across the lake. I probably ought to check that out, but... One thing, torches, for those who don't know, torches won't work in this wind. So I either need to use flares or just leg it. And it appears that legging it won out in the vote of my mind. And now I want to check around and see, oh, the walls were not close enough to make my life interesting. And it is freezing cold. And I have to head down to... What I'm kind of hoping here is that it's just warm enough to let me dash to the cave. Now, doesn't look too bad, except it is cold. So I will actually save this. Oh, I don't want to go out in this. This is going to be... This has the risk of being quite unpleasant. If this was survival, Hello, Anna. How are you doing? If this was survival, I would not be doing what I'm about to do.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Just have a quick look over here. Hope we don't grab too much attention. All right. Okay. I'm getting back, I hope, into morning live streams. I did my first morning live stream in some considerable time yesterday morning. And this is obviously my second one. So I'm hoping to resume the 9 o'clock or 8 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time live streams. I do not propose to be doing a 5 a.m. live stream again. So we're looking for the cave. Hey, Tony. Apparently there's a cave around here somewhere, and I have managed to convince myself that that is where one of the patients that I'm supposed to find is. Yeah, it's not going to be out there, is it? Looks almost like the way up is round the side. For certain values of round the side. Please tell me they have... No, they don't. Yes, I am. I started part 5 some time ago. Well,
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
somebody was in the cave. But now they are not. I mean, the next conclusion might be that they died somewhere near the cave.
I can't feel my feet.
And all we can do is actually go and warm up in the cave. I need firewood really, but still. So all I really want to do is, yeah, warm up. Okay. So we have confirmed that somebody was here. The next question is, where did they go? It's still freezing out here. I could probably stop there the night if I have to. Yes, I've only drowned 3 times so far. Trying to cross the river. So my rather questionable logic says, okay, we got a clue that led me to the cave. There obviously was somebody in the cave. Which means, where did they go from here? And if they went somewhere from here, did they die out in the open somewhere that I have not investigated? there's also a part of my mind that is saying, I'll bet this one. Oh. How about that? I'll bet this one is a survivor that I've somehow got to carry, because that seems to be the kind of thing that Astrid does. And we have a lookout tower. Oh, it's the radio tower. Huh. There is somebody in the radio tower, is there not? Can't remember his name. Looks like something interesting happened around here. Huh. Is this not the radio tower? It is just a something else? Terry. Yeah, I was concluding, given that there was nobody here, yeah, no, that's not his tower. It's a useful place.
Well, this stuff
I
will come
don't
in
think I
handy.
need that, do I? What time of day is it? It is getting on. I could, in fact, spend the night. Somebody had a fire down there. I'm guessing I have to find the other person. So we have come up the road, gone across, found the constable, found the person that was behind the waterfall, found the cave where they may or may not have been, but certainly looks like they were. That's Perseverance Mills for you. Yeah. Just on the off chance, I will check out the fire, seeing as somebody obviously left it there. And amazingly, I have not killed a wolf yet. Must be getting sensitive in my old age.
This'll come in handy.
I could just head back into town, couldn't I? Could I? Well, I've got two choices. I can probably achieve both, and if I can't, well, I've got the watchtower behind me. If this was regular mode, I would half hope to see crows, but I haven't seen crows even around the... Don't think I've seen crows around the deer carcasses. You would kind of expect to. How come the coffee isn't frozen? It's probably minus 20 degrees centigrade. You would expect the coffee to be frozen, would you not? Because if you're acting on the assumption that there's a dead body nearby, which I am for the present. Oh, shut up, there's a deer right in front of you. Why don't you eat that instead of bothering me? Oh, here we go again. So, I can't remember the names of the person in question. Their clue led me to the cave. I am tempted to go back to the region of the cave and fire a flare into the air to see whether I get a response, because that's a mechanism that's been used before, but as a mechanism it was used and it prompted you to do so. So yes, I did. Yeah, that was a pretty obvious clue. I found them. I found the cave that somebody had obviously been in. Yeah. Now, granted, my first thought was this meant that they had drowned themselves. Weigh myself down where they can't find me, where it's cold enough and dark enough. But that also made me think about a cave, and there was a cave, and somebody had been in there. But revisiting the note, it could just as easily mean that they killed themselves by drowning. Now, I don't know whether that's a valid. I've been to the fishing cabin. Old Fishing Cove. Okay. So, we've been to the fishing cabin on the lake. I can't remember which person we actually found. Right, so we found Gustavo P. Gustavo P, presumably, is Perez. 2 sets of tracks, the lake and towards the shore. Okay, so the problem is we found the cave here. It says towards the shore, but typically when people say towards the shore, you'd think beach, old fishing cove. And the problem is we've been here. That's blocked off. Oh, shut up, you silly wolf. And the journal actually says, find the missing person in Perseverance Wilds. It's very specific. This is Perseverance Wilds. The only other thing I can think is, have I been completely around the lake? I don't know that I have. This lake's shores. Oh. So there's the other possibility. I'm supposed to head over there. Is that... I mean... that would appear to be... That's a cove. I guess I'm going to be heading there next. Although, not at this precise moment. But that would appear to be the next thing to go to. It's kind of weird that I thought cave. No, let's be honest, I did think... My first thought was that one of them, Jacob, had decided to drown himself. But then, yeah, then I realized it could mean a cave, and there was a cave, but the weighing down and his obvious fishing spot in the fishing cove leads me to think that I ought to go down the river. What do we think? I think we're going to head down the river. And we're going to do that in the morning. I mean the morning in the game. I'm going to keep going for a while. We at least have a place to stay. I've got more than enough cloth for anything. So I think that's what we are going to do. Do I need to make more water? I probably should. No, but it seems logical. For certain values of logical. Let's make ourselves some more water.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Even managed to eke out my my food, my fishing. I've eaten 2 fish. So, I tell you what we're going to do. I am going to try and find I am going to try and at least find that. I'm going to try and get down to the fishing cove before the stream ends. In order to do that, I am going to take a quick break again, because my bladder is demanding it. And then when we resume, we'll try and get down to the fishing cove. And it looks to me like the only way to do that is to go down the river. And so if I go galloping back towards town and then go over this way, it looks like I've got a shot at getting down. Maybe. I mean, that... Yeah. I mean, seriously, it looks like the only way down is along here. But... So that's my inclination, is to try that. So we'll give that a bash. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. And see you then. So, how's the family, Anna? Whoa, it's dark. Oh, that's interesting. I forgot they did that. Oh, great. We have a blizzard. Have they reduced the amount of water you need? Wonderful. Wonderful. Yay! Huh. That sounds like progress. That, the van should be of tremendous assistance to your family, from what I remember you telling me. Ah, you know, yeah, no. The good news for everybody and my live streams is that during my hiatus from morning live streams, when I'm trying to get my sleep patterns in order, which I might kind of, sort of, maybe have done. If you've been following my Warframe live streams, I have gotten a bit used to doing more than the usual 2 hours. My longest live stream ever, I think, with me on camera, was I think it was something over 4.5 hours of Warframe. uh nope. Right, we are going to do a bit of a fixer thing. Let's strip that down. Oh, not going pro. Hardly. No, definitely not. That's in good condition. That's alright. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Let's repair that. Ooh. It's cold, but in the pursuit of the game, seeing as this is story mode, I am going to go out. Oh, you blasted wolf. You just had to make my life difficult, didn't you? Oh, you... hope you don't come up the stairs. I got away with that remarkably lightly. um, okay. Where am I headed? I might as well. It came up the stairs! They don't come up the stairs! That's cheating! Oh. Hope I'm heading the right way. I am. Now, that's not the river I need to go down. I do need to find out which way I'm going. It is that way. Back towards town. And... oh no, it's a rock-shaped rock, not a something else shaped rock. So I need to go down to about there. Now, again, for reference to those who don't necessarily know, if this was survival mode, I would be fixing clothes, but that was a minor attack, and I'm actually more concerned about just getting on with the story. Okay, so it looks like I should be able to cut over just about here somewhere. Okay. Let's see if we can light this. But yeah, that was, by any standards, a relatively minor little attack. Any time you get away with just bruising, it's a good thing. And cross fingers, the wolf decided not to notice me. Hello, that's interesting. There is a brooch. And it's frozen. It's frozen. There was me wondering how I was going to get down. I thought I was going to have to crawl around the rocks. I am headed the right way. I am headed the right way. But a frozen river, I'll take that. Now, what I ought to do is do a save at this point. Hello, back. Oh, there are crows. What of... And there's a moose. And there's a wolf. It's a shame. I would like to check and see whether or not that is actually a dead body and whether it's the body I'm looking for. But we're going to check the fishing cut. I've got a suspicion. What do you want to bet that those crows mark the body I'm looking for? There was a moose, and I don't have a rifle. I'm almost prepared to bet, because, well, that, yeah, those crows actually marked the other body, but, maybe, I hope it was just a deer, but... Definitely going the right way. Well, I don't know if it's the right way. Oh, bother. Yeah, they would be timber wolves, wouldn't they? Might have been a bit of a waste of my time. I can see where we're headed now. I've no idea how this is going to help necessarily, but seeing as they're scurrying over that way, I have a suspicion that this might have been a decent move. I was wondering why I hadn't come across timber wolves. Well, at least I know that 2 of them are going to end up dead. But what I want to do is make for that cottage. There's one of the wolves. I mean, I'm still going to have to break their morale at some point. I do hope they make this region available to players of survival mode.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Oh, there's a trapdoor. Oh, he did say, did he not?
Nobody needs this anymore.
I would have been disappointed and surprised if we hadn't come across timber wolves. Well, I wouldn't necessarily have been disappointed. Yes, I know. I know what everyone's thinking. Why doesn't he go down the trapdoor? And there he is.
Frozen in place. How does this happen? I need to get one of these bodies back to Larson's clinic.
Oh, no, please.
An autopsy's the only way I'll get answers I need.
No, 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 no. Don't make me carry a body again. Well, up to now it's been live people, hasn't it?
Well, that's not what I would have expected, honestly. Larson was clearly onto something, based on his notes and the questions he was asking. And those other bodies, the other missing people he mentioned in his notes from months ago. But how do they connect to these new bodies? What I can't figure out is that there's no obvious external cause of death. Nothing you'd have expected. No predation. No obvious injuries. If not for... I'd have said something maybe like a heart attack or hypothermic hallucination, but... this body, it's like the others in Larson's notes. This person died with water in their lungs. Salt water.
Well, he did say he was going to weigh himself down.
It makes no sense.
Astrid?
Over here, Jane.
There you are.
I found some of the missing people.
Any of them still alive?
Unfortunately.
Okay. And
I just completed an autopsy. And what I found... well... it doesn't make sense.
does it have anything to do with what's going on with Freya?
I can't be sure. But until I know more, just stay close to her, okay?
A friend is with her right now.
Go to her. Stay with her. Don't let her out of your sight.
Astrid, you're scaring me.
There's just too much about this situation that doesn't make sense.
You sound like you know what's going on.
I don't. But I'm starting to build a theory.
Well, while you do that, can you check in on Terry?
Terry?
Yeah, our local DJ. He's really just a kid from the city, but he's been running a radio station from the old hut outside of town.
Wait, is this the conspiracy guy?
So you've heard of him. Some people in Cooper's mentioned they hadn't heard from him in a couple of days. They're worried, and Terry's the one broadcasting the quarantine message. So if we want anyone to hear it and come to help...
I get it. No message, no help. I'll take a look.
Be careful, Astrid.
Get back to Freya. I'll be fine.
Really, be careful. I don't know what we'd do without your help.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Where am I? Oh, all this time, and I'm still holding the flare. Now, let me see if I got this right. I lit a flare, I found him, I carried him back without incident to Perseverance Mills, did an autopsy, had a conversation with Jane, and I'm still carrying a lit flare. Where am I? Oh! He literally is just outside of town. Okay. Where am I? Oh, I'm here. I am going to go back to Cooper's Blind, because I'm not going to do this morning. I will resume this most likely tomorrow morning.
Okay, now to find that radio hut.
Oh, of course you can't. You don't get to keep anything between chapters. You might as well just use everything up. Hello, Ontario. Yeah, I'm familiar with the mechanic. All the survival you do, all the work you put into it, you lose everything when you switch to a different chapter. I'm doing okay, thank you. Oh, it's Alachalo. I beg your pardon.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they got a whole... Oh, it's not a real bear. I was going to say, you could skin the bear and make a coat. So, tomorrow, I guess we're going to go and find Terry, which, based on the map, looks relatively straightforward. I'm going into the wrong room again, aren't I? Yes, here's all my various stashes of stuff. So, Oh, I've got 2 bearskin bedrolls. I'd forgotten that. Yeah. Actually, there's one thing I should do before I... Oh, well, those are not in good condition. Do I have any leather? Let's before I go, let's do ourselves... Oh. All the various attacks have not done my clothing any good. So we shall... Oh, good, I did want that. Let's grab a new hat. So what I'm going to do is a quick fix session.
I need a horse. Let's stay in a lot, because I love horses.
Save me for having to do it tomorrow. Have fun walking the dog. I ought to ask what the dog's name is, but I will probably forget unless I write it down. So those are fixed. That's all right. Don't know why I've got those. Let's repair this. That's okay. Well, that's my first failure to repair, I think. Who remembers the 4 deerskins that failed to let me do a repair? I wasn't happy about that. Okay. This really is the kind of thing I should have done after the first mauling, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. It got everything. Do I have a better... What am I looking for? Mittens. Do I have extra mittens here? I do. It's my old ones. Oh. Those look like they do a better job of the... Okay. All right, so everything is in good condition. You can put those socks away. We are essentially, I don't know if I've got in terms of food in here, or did I? Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize I had water in there as well. Let's feed her up. So, the plan tomorrow is go find Terry. I mean, technically, I could probably do it today, but nope. I'm gonna finish with a solid task to do tomorrow rather than halfway through. I am surprised that worked out as well as it did. I thought I'd have a lot more trouble today. I thought I'd have endless trouble with Timberwolf packs, but only had the one. We've certainly had situations with Astrid in story mode where anytime you walked down a road, it meant you ran across Timberwolves. Fortunately, not so far. And in principle, I mean, this is literally in town. But we'll see. So far, being in town has been safe. One would be tempted to conclude that going here would be safe also, but I could be wrong, could I not? So, anyway, I will be back this evening at some random time between about... Oh! No, I got a blizzard before the boathouse. And the reason I did it last was because that's when I finally figured out the clue. But no, I did have a blizzard when I was in the watchtower. Over the other little town. So I did have a blizzard. So I didn't miss that. But yeah, I just waited out the blizzard because I was in a good spot, and it wasn't something I was going to do, to be honest. I mean, yes, I have gone through blizzards in story mode, but yeah. But anyway, so yeah, this evening I will be running Warframe, and I tend to start Warframe whenever I feel like it after about 5:30. That's 4:30 Greenwich Mean Time. And I typically go for about 3 hours, sometimes 4. So it overlaps all kinds of people. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. It's good to be back. Hope you all have a great day. I'm going to save this while I remember it. I will see you all next time.